Hello? Maybe we're just fucking crazy.
Hello.
Calvin, get back here. What is up, girls, gays, theys, and he's? It is me, Gabby.
And me, Ashley.
And today we are here eating bread and butter like the classy bitches we truly are.
Y punto.
Y punto. Today, Ashley and I have decided to talk about things we wish we knew before college.
COVID edition.
So let's get into that. Here we are. First off, AP classes in high school don't mean shit. And I'm being so dead ass right now, and I wish that was something I knew personally before I came to fucking college. Because all of my teachers in high school were like, take AP, you qualify for AP, credits in college. And I was like, ooh, yes, let's do that. Came here to college, and I didn't come with any credits that were beneficial to my damn major. And I literally feel so ripped off.
Literally, the amount of work and effort that she went through for these AP classes, I still remember her FaceTiming me during the exams crying because it was like so much all at once and then for nothing.
Exactly. So honestly, I'm here to like tell you the information that dual enrollment is your best option in high school. If you are given that opportunity, please take it. Please take it, especially if you can dual enroll in something that you're really passionate about and that you really love. Unfortunately, my school only did dual enrollment in culinary and cosmetology, so it didn't apply to anything I wanted to do later on. But I wish there would have been that opportunity for me because AP classes were awful. They were horrendous, and I didn't get shit from them.
So for me personally, I just wish I knew my GPA literally didn't matter. And it's different cases for different people, but this advice is more geared towards people with a low GPA. Basically, if you're sitting there with like a 2.5 and you're just shitting your pants, don't. You're literally going to be okay. I had a straight 0 GPA at one point, a 0.75, like, come on. So the thing is that the amount of pain I went through because of my GPA, it literally meant nothing because no matter what, if I had a good GPA, if I had a bad GPA, I would have ended up in the same position I was anyways. So my advice for you if you have a bad GPA is just keep in mind that the one thing you're really going to be hindered about is your scholarships. You are most likely not going to get a scholarship and it is shit. Just be prepared for that and make sure your SATs and your ACTs are like bomb.
Those test scores are honestly what matters most, you know?
Yes.
High school teachers will grind on you about having a good GPA and things like that, but honestly, as long as you study your ass off for ACTs, SATs, you're honestly really good to go because sometimes a good SAT and ACT score can still get you a really good scholarship despite a low GPA.
Yes. So that was my saving grace in which I got a 34 on the ACT. I was very, very proud of it. It was only for one of the sections though, unfortunately. But beyond that, my average was a 28 and it saved me. It saved me, sent me to a good college, all of that. So just make sure you study up on that and don't fuck yourself over. You got a low GPA, but
it's okay.
You don't need to be low, you know?
You can bounce back.
Bounce that booty like basketball.
My next major advice point is everyone changes their major. I'm being so serious right now. Don't feel like you have to have it all figured out going into college, going into applications, because I was so set on this idea. I'm gonna major in biomedical sciences. I'm gonna do it. And then I ended up changing my major before this first semester was even over. Everybody does it. Do not feel like it's considered failure or unsuccessful if you change your major. Because I know that my high school had it grinded into me that going into college undecided or going into college and then changing your major was this big ordeal and as if it was like meaning failure to everything in your life. And that is not it at all. I know TAs, GTAs, ULAs at my school that have all changed their major before. And I just like feel like my big advice point is don't stress about not having it figured out or thinking you have it figured out and then lose passion for what you thought it was that you wanted to do.
Gabby touches on like a major point, and my advice on that is like for real, if you don't know what you want when you're going into college, go in undecided. I didn't know what I wanted when I was going into college, and I had a lot of different options, you know, but I ended up picking one that I got into the class and I hated it. And basically those are credit hours that I could have used for the mandatory classes everybody has to take. So my advice really is to just, you know, maybe like the first semester, first year, kind of don't really set yourself on a major. Go into it with an open mindset and be open to change, because once you go into college, you're really going to figure out the different opportunities available for you and different programs and stuff like that you can reach to like get a really good career and stuff you might need to change your major for, which you might end up wanting to. You might really enjoy some opportunities that are given to you. So don't limit yourself.
Amen. Amen. Because seriously, I went in, I was passionate. I lost that passion, lost that motivation once I realized how many other things like this college offered to me, and I was able to determine what really truly made me happy. And so I changed my major to psychology, and I am loving it. It has honestly been the best decision I ever made, and thankfully I got lucky, and the classes I was already taking for my biomedical science class, biomedical science major, was classes I already need for my psychology major. But sometimes it doesn't work out so perfectly. But definitely like go into college open-minded, just like be prepared for change and be willing to change your mind and truly figure out what makes you passionate.
For real, be willing to change your mind. Don't hinder yourself.
Y punto.
So if you are watching this video, I'm assuming that you are about to or already in the process of going to college. So if you're doing that right now, honey, you got a storm coming, because it's COVID, baby, and this shit is not fun anymore. It's not simple. It's not nothing.
Yeah. So connecting back to this COVID edition of things we wish we knew before college, COVID honestly leads to schools not caring. I have struggled so much with my school, trying to contact the offices, trying to contact housing and dining services. It has been so damn hard to try to get into contact with the people I need to get into contact with, especially in regards to like housing. I've been so fucked over in that realm.
Yes.
Like, I came into school knowing that things weren't going to be how I really wanted them to be because of COVID, but it was bigger than that. It was bigger than that. It was more than just like some COVID speed bumps. It was like they just stopped caring, and it has been so stressful and not at all the experience I've wanted. You know, they're really just here for your money and to give you gray hairs. Let me tell you, I found one this morning. It was not a pretty sight, okay? It's just, housing is also such a scam. Dining is such a scam. They like, I can't even begin to like stress it enough. It has been awful. Also, hybrid classes don't truly mean hybrid classes. I signed up for all hybrid classes for this semester, you know, so I was doing in-person and online. Let me tell you, all of my hybrid classes became online. All of them. I don't have an in-person lecture at all, but they're still called hybrid classes. It just doesn't make sense to me, and it pisses me off, and they just don't give a fuck.
Literally, the first day that I was here, I had to help Gabby move, because a week before Thanksgiving break, they told her that she needed to move housing with no prior knowledge, no nothing, even though in the beginning of the semester, she signed up for the dorm, literally because she could stay over there over breaks. And they change it up. They will change it up with no notice. They will do it happily, and they will make you pay for it. They will make you pay for the shit that they fuck up during COVID.
Deadass, to stay in this dorm that I'm currently actively in, I'm paying $400 to stay over break. And it's not like I have that opportunity to just go home when I want to, because, you know, military kid, my parents live in an RV, things like that. It just doesn't work out that way. And the school literally doesn't care. They're like, oh, sorry, $400, please.
Literally, they don't care. You call for help, you call whatever. They will try to make it about your financial. They will try to make it, we don't handle financial issues, blah, 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 blah. But really, it's their fault, because it's a mishandling of the situation during COVID. It's outrageous, but. So in my classes and stuff like that, I was not fucked over to the supreme like Abby was, but her campus is COVID testing, doing all this, doing all that, you know, really deep into the shit. So far, that is fucking shit up. My college, they don't care. They don't care. I literally walked into my English class, walked out, went home, and then found out from watching later on the recorded lecture of the little, you know, when my teacher has like conversations with students after class, that one of them tested positive. This was way in the beginning of the year too. And I told my parents, I was like, I'm not going back to in-person classes. I'm not doing that. My parents are Latino, so they don't like that. They wanted me to go to in-person classes because they felt like it makes you learn better, it makes you do this, makes you more focused. For me, that is the case. I mean, when I go to in-person, it motivates me. But, you know, Corona motivates me more, and I wanted to get out of there. So I walked my little ass home and I took the online classes, even though it wasn't necessarily like an picked my group, which was a hybrid class, but I ended up just completely switching over. I didn't say anything, I didn't email them. I was like, I don't care, you guys know that there's a COVID positive student, so you're not gonna say anything to me. And I mean, they kind of tried to, but it didn't work because they kind of want you to be in danger. They want you to, they don't want you to be in danger, but they want you to go by their accommodations, even though you don't feel like it's the proper fit for you. So you're gonna be going back and forth, and it's just a whole complicated situation. So if you're coming to college like any time within the next year, be prepared to schedule yourself and motivate yourself, because you're not gonna have those in-person opportunities, especially with the way COVID is going.
To round off everything we've explained so far, we both have one last little piece of advice to give you guys. Mine being,
did you forget it?
yes. To round off everything we've discussed in this video, we both have one last little piece of advice to give you guys. Mine being, don't stress. Seriously, breathe, okay? You're gonna go into college and it's not going to be what you expect at all, but honestly, that's what comes with the whole journey. You live, you experience, you make mistakes, you change your goals along the way, and that's part of it, you know? So don't stress about what's to come, because either way, you're gonna figure it out. Also, when high school teachers hit you with that whole, that won't fly in college, let me tell you, Quizlet is my best friend, okay? Quizlet's been my best friend the last 4 years and this semester so far. High school teachers don't know shit.
They don't. They say they know, they don't.
And that's
you
what's
went
up.
to college. So my main point to say is that know what future you want for yourself. You know, it can be very generic, but when you go to college, just do everything you can to reach that. Make that your motivator, make that your goal, and schedule yourself out, pace yourself out for that. Beyond that, you should be good to go.
To connect back to Ashley's point, I make a to-do list every single day. Every single day. It keeps me on track because sometimes the college websites can be really hard to like navigate and figure out what's due, what's not due, what you need to get done. So honestly, keep in mind what Ashley said and make to-do list.
Okay. Damn, bitch, chug that shit. Hell yeah. Poggers.
Okay, now that all topics have been addressed,
And our hot chocolate is significantly colder.
something to keep in mind is that me and Ashley are very different students. I go to school in Colorado, I major in psychology and minor in criminology.
And I go to school in Georgia, and I major in computer science game development.
We were also very, very different students in high school. I took AP and honor classes, I maintained a 4.0 GPA every year.
And I had a 0.75 GPA at one point, and whenever we took tests, I had to go to a different classroom and get help from a teacher. So despite our differences, we are still here in college and enjoying our lives, and I know you can do it too. Just heed these warnings, you know, have a little lookout for them, and just make your experience the best you can, because you only go to college once.
Exactly. So just keep a good head on your shoulders and you'll be fine.
First things first, I'm
God doesn't let the whole world feel it, let me feel it. And I'm so in the murmurs song down. Like I'm gonna listen to physics right. We should want a bad bitch like this. Drop a low and pick it up just like this. Ay,